Welcome. Greetings, everyone. Thanks for joining tonight's broadcast for tonight's channeling. All right, we'll do messages real quick, and we're going to the Q&A. It is May 2nd, if anybody's wondering what the date is, 2019, or Imperial Universe is probably 2020 already, so Imperial Reality. So, all right, here we go. There's some rain in the background if you hear anything. I think it's going to be pretty light right now. Okay, there we go. Greetings, this is Archangel Michael. Blessings to you all. Transitions, yes, are hard. As many of you know, is slow, but hard also for letting go of old ideas, old vibrations, shifting into new directions as you're kind of teaching yourself new things. And yes, you're actually a lot further ahead than you might realize. Many of you already see this, but living your ideas, you might see yourself in the future, but living that future self is gradually happening, actually, as you see yourself more awakened, more untangled, and that you're at least thinking about it when the rest of society is thinking about financial terms or just to get out of a turmoil, which is still a major accomplishment. But many of you are actually looking into your future selves more than you might realize and experiencing it. So you're kind of like quilting yourself. You're creating the quilt, a very big one. It takes time for that. So the new ideas, you're actually graduating into that. It just, they're not always living it to the full capacity you'd like to, like the full self you like to be, but is in its motion. Let's put it that way. So you are opening up gateways of knowledge for others. You're all, everybody on the planet always opens up gateways of knowledge that you can connect to. If you like that knowledge or not, it's a different story. You're actually opening up the door to each other's universes on and off. You are in a new realm. And sometimes you need to connect to the lower dimensions to let that world go. Talk about it, but also freeing it from this planet. Some don't like to do that, but it is sometimes necessary. It is like to look at the wound and heal it. Some people don't want to see the wound, as many of you know. Want to look away. Don't want to see the blood. Some of you have to. So it's a different way of looking at it. Blessings to you. Greetings. We are the Carians, the bird species. We are a collective. We are here for only a moment. Yes, you are. Those that wish to are putting, yes, the pieces together of your reality. And yes, bird people are very much involved. Yes, we don't see us for various reasons. We do see our fingerprints on your planet. Our footprint, fingerprint, whatever you want to use with it. Basically, we assist with keeping your world together as it fell apart. So areas where you see an eagle energy is where we're putting the pieces back together. And yes, we're going to leave our stamp of approval. Yes, we control this region now because nobody else is doing anything with it. Or we control everything, for that matter. Not everything, but our influence is heavy, yes. So when you look at it from our point of view, we had no other choice. No one else did it properly, just put our stamp there while others are taking forever. So we moved in when others took forever. So our energies as will gradually show themselves in your society. That's all we have for you. Blessings. Greetings. We are the Nordics. This is Nathaniel, the tall blonde. Palladian energies. Blessings to you. Yes, we have not been here for some time. Yes, your society is going through a shift. Of course, it always going through a paradigm. Yes, be careful of the future. Basically, self-predictions. What do you each individually see for the future? Instead of going by one message, connect to your own timelines of assumption. Basically, see your own future on a grand scale. It's another way of opening yourself up to. The more you're curious about your future, the more it will start to show itself. Yes, it is not happening as soon as you'd like it to. So some see it and then say, well, that's too far away, and then look away. Even if it is, yes, a couple of years in the future. So you actually are seeing more than you might realize. It's just the mind is busy, as you can see. But we are here to assist you with your questions whenever you are ready.
Hi, greetings, Nathaniel.
Great to see you.
Up first, we have Stephen.
Hello, Nathaniel.
Greetings to you.
Greetings, much love. Can you definitely connect with my Nordic side here and my connections aspect and just see they have a message, just more information about them, what they're doing here or whatever. Thank you.
Yes, you'll unlock timelines to help societies and their future potentials, allow technologies to be brought in. Yes, you are known to be bringing Zetas to a world to assist. They are kind of like the elves in your Santa Claus to some degree. It's another way of looking at it. There's another aspect, but they're not showing it to me at this time. So yes, transition. So you're part of transitioning of planets, even closing down planets, for them to no longer be inhabitable. Where basic lessons are basically like kicking people off. Usually there's not that many on there anyway. For it to transition to go barren for a while and to shift into a new experience, to be terraformed in the future. That is one of your connections that I'm allowed to say at this time.
Thank you, thank you. Second question is just connect with any beings around me that have a message for me. Leave it open. Thank you.
Yes, you're connecting more into source energies. There's a lot of leprechaun energies around you. You probably see yourself as a leprechaun being. You don't always have to be Irish to be a leprechaun. Yes, you're known to be a magic being. And sometimes being short is very useful. You can show up, do your magic, and then leave. Open up doorways of information or doorways to another reality and then disappear. So the Lucky Charms, the leprechaun has many different forms that you're connected to. You can probably see yourself as that. Not fully connected to the Irish background. That is just the Irish. They just connected more to the Irish at this time. Those I've seen them, but there's various versions of them. And most likely, as you connect with that leprechaun self, you will feel an unlocking of your chakras. Blessings.
Blessings. Thank you.
Okay, up next, we have Kingsley.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings.
Is there any levitation Is there any levitation exercises for me at this time? Or
Trust yourself. Yes, you are going through a transition of letting go of its third dimensional thinking. Basically, think more fourth dimensional when you do this. See yourself as a light being, like your light is a pillow, basically, or a cloud. It will diffuse the third dimensional energies. Basically, it's mostly in your chakras, the thought patterns of this reality. So clearing out a chakra that you feel that is keeping you from levitating, doing a healing of that, will most likely you'll feel an opening. It will take some time, of course. Blessings.
okay, and is there any messages for me? Oh, shit.
You're transitioning more into the fourth dimension. You're basically adding more manifestation energies of more of the physical, people, friends, family energies, and direction in life. And the powers are slowly being activated, but you are bringing a lot of miracle energies around you at this time. Blessings.
Okay, up next we have Emmy.
Hello, how are you?
Greetings to you.
I was just wondering if you had any unique messages for me specifically.
Yes, there is a transition with yes, it's well, what's happening is your higher self keeps changing things. But it's for the better, might not seem like it in your reality. It's like you just take wherever you can get and run. But for the long term, it does not always work that way. So basically, your transition that you're looking for, whatever works best fits, will come through. So there is going to be some patience there. And doing a lot of self-reflection, which is much needed. So sometimes with self-reflection, sometimes you're just waving off change so you can figure yourself out more. So those things.
And my next question is, I have I have an interview next week for a job that'll take me back home. And then another possibility that's also in a similar location. I was just wondering if you had any messages for those.
Just be as honest as you can. The decision, obviously, you can say, has not been fully made just yet, but the luck is in your favor on both of them, but nothing's 100%. So just put yourself out there the best you can. That's all we can say. And
Thank you very much.
You will
Sorry.
choose what is right. Part of you is there's some hesitation on those jobs from your end, from what I see. But yes, it might look good, but also there is better on the way, from what I can see. So,
Okay.
so if you don't get them, don't obviously you're not going to give up anyway. But doesn't mean you're not going to find something better. 'Cause I believe there's actually something a little bit more lucrative down the road, but you won't discover it. You won't miss it.
Thank you very
So,
much.
yes,
Blessings.
All right, up next is James.
Hello.
Yes, greetings to you.
Hi, can you tell me my Nordic and spider DNA percentage?
What is this? Your spider and ape percentage? Is that what you said?
No, Nordic DNA percent and also spider. Two different things.
Nordic and spider. Percentages. Nordic is 5%. Spider is actually around 10%. It's more like a white spider energy. Some of that comes from Sirius, actually.
I see. And are there any Nordics around me, and what are my relationships to them, and any messages for me?
You do connect to Ashar Command at when you feel to do so. You actually connect to a lot of Zeta energies that you're probably not aware of. It's mostly in your astral. It's around your moon. Of course, in astral, your moon isn't where it's normally at, but you also go inside the moon quite a bit. Not everybody's aware of this, but you do go into areas. There's areas, plenty of areas of astral, but not everybody's aware of that exists. You go into many places that where go unnoticed. You do bring friends or concubines or relationship energies there for various reasons. So for romantic reasons or whatever it might be. The moon's not the only place. You go to several other places that are unoccupied and unknown, at least for the time.
Can you tell me how many years I've been doing this?
Forever, from what I can see. Now, what happens sometimes when you go to these places, it is discovered eventually. Not that you were there, but it's like, there's energy trace there. Somebody was here. So it's all good then. So,
I see. Thank you.
Listen.
All right, very cool. Up next, we have Dragon.
How you doing?
Greetings to you.
So my new flower garden is sprouting. I got new plants in, bird houses up, bird feeders. I have a question about the measurement of life force energy, because I know it's measurable and science really hasn't figured out how to do that yet. Doesn't even acknowledge it, I don't think. So having a question about how my yard is now compared to when I first moved in terms of life force energy. Because I did cut down some trees, but I put other things in, and I'm wondering if I've neutralized the downward energy, whatever I would have caused from that, and also what potentials are possible, what the trajectory is as far as life force energy.
Yes, it is very high at this time. It is like 100% better than it was in the past. They also open up many vortexes there for even Pleiadian energies to roam around. Even animals from Pleiadian realities, I believe that's mostly what's there. There are other elemental energies, but even animals from our world or our region, however you want to look at it, are roaming around that vibration. Basically, they are adding to it, but also feeling the vibrations that you are there. You're basically welcoming all energies of life that is of positive nature. So you're opening up a lot of positive vortexes and continue to do so. I don't believe it's at the level that you'd like it to, but it is very positive at this time from what we see.
And thanks. Yeah, when I first moved here, it was a new energy here, but it was kind of like a death energy.
Yes.
New death energy, which was calming, but I wanted to kind of put the energy imprint in there and make it more life, you know. So hopefully that's good to hear. My second question is about Venezuela.
Yes.
I know the events there were precipitated by things the United States did economically and also poor management by their government. There's plenty of blame to go around, but I think, the people there, what I see is they're an example of people that submit to abusive and authoritarian patriarchal figures that's been going on since Babylon or before that. And I don't feel like that meshes well with where humans are going energy-wise, and it's a test. I'm seeing it a chance for an example to be made of how to take back control by the people and hopefully do a better job long-term than the United States did as far as where that went. But my question is, can you talk about what's going on in Venezuela from an energy perspective and what lessons and growth are coming from that?
Well, right now there's a moment. The officials there that were your government was paid off, basically living the life of luxury for a very long time. Now, when Chavez was there, he actually had an iron fist there, and he knew what he was doing. As you can see, after he left, now he didn't take any bribe. Yes and no. He ran it like a dictatorship, basically. After that, no one could really fill those shoes. He might have been cutthroat. He might have been, yes, he was many things, but at least he kept the economy rolling. But everyone after that has been pretty much in mediocrity. So what's happening is basically the government's going to be defused, run out. Russia, unlikely, possibly, but I believe more United Nations is going to get involved and to discuss matters. But basically, it's going to take many years for this to occur. But basically, it's your average corruption. Your politicians thought this would never happen. And over time, the crack just got bigger and bigger. They're just very lazy and didn't care about anybody else but themselves, basically. So the people will get more power, yes. Over time, first you got to flesh out what was already there. That's the government corruption. So
my wishes are with them. We got to figure this crap out before we can deal with all the diverse energies that are coming.
exactly.
This is
It's going to take
kindergarten.
several years. Yes, it is. Well, those in office were lazy, as you can see, and did not know how to run anything, as you can see.
All right, thanks. Much love.
Okay, up next we have Renee.
Greetings.
Brings you.
My first question was, when I do energy work, I kind of like center myself, and it seems like out of the third eye, I'm looking at one point. I guess distance-wise, it'd be about 1 or 2 feet in front of me, but I look at that point and I see where the weaknesses are, the weakest point, and I'll help a person telepathically learn something or energetically. And so I'm wondering if that point is like a parallel reality that is the most beneficial that I'm trying to, I guess, imitate or reach.
Well, yes, your point now varies for everyone, but your higher self is connecting to their higher self and bringing energies that is needed for the moment. Now, you're doing this also for yourself on a daily basis. Lessons are being learned, but also you're healing those lessons so you can advance yourself. So you're very connected to nature. I believe you have awareness of that. Basically, it's technically your energy can go into a tree and go into the higher realms through tree energy, basically. You can almost even disappear. Maybe not physically, but if the frequency was high enough, yes, you could.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you're basically here to heal, the higher dimensional self here, because the higher self is usually going through a lot of difficulties too. Yes, they might have the knowledge, but there's still they know the lessons they need to learn. So sometimes they're hard on the person to make sure they learn that lesson, so you don't have to do this over again.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that's
I
helpful.
see. Yes, thank you. My second question was, when I'm lying down, I see a green energy that kind of comes in and out every 3 seconds or so. I don't have much control over it. It seems like it's healing me.
Yes.
And I wanted to know what exactly that was.
Well, yes. First, we have a little bit more information about your first question, and we'll go into that.
Sure.
Basically, also what it is with healers in general, all of you, everybody's a healer to a degree. Some utilize it for certain vibrations at certain levels. Basically, you're assisting each other, so you don't have to reincarnate here again. You're helping others. You're taking your knowledge and sharing with others, so they don't have to come here again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, others do turn that around and say, no thanks, as you can see, you're a major society. But those that are like-minded, allowing the energies to come through, basically, it's not going to be perfect, but without that healing, with the healing, that was better with it than without it. So you're bringing layers of extra vibration. So that is what you're doing at this time. It goes much more advanced, but that gives you kind of an idea of what you're doing. So now the green energy is basically coming from your heart chakra, that you're opening up your heart energy to others, yourself, this reality, and you're sharing your energies with others. Now, where does this green appear exactly? Or
like when I'm lying down and I'm closing my eyes, and it'll be in front of me. It'll look like kind of a Fruit Loop or a donut, and it'll either wrap around or expand outwards, something like that.
Yes, it is basically you're working through the heart, as you probably see in your daily life, and you're continuing now. You're re-energizing your heart when you're laying down. You're adding more. You're taking all of what you learned from the day, adding it to it, and you're also adding a lot of luck energy around yourself recently. Mm-hmm. Basically, you're upping your vibration at this time. So it's basically you connecting to the astral realms for re-energizing like a power plant, basically. But you're also skipping a lot of timelines that we would have utilized. Basically, your lessons that you would have learned, like you're opening yourself up more, so you're releasing a lot of timelines that you would have went through if you did not. So you are a lot better than you have been last year, from what I can see.
Yes, I've always, my guides have always led me in the right direction, but with this group, I'm learning very fast, and I don't think I would have it another way. I like it.
Yes, it's going to speed up. It will truly, because you're trusting it more, you're understanding it more, you're ready for it. So it's going to speed up, and you'll be able to assist others more, become more clear.
It has very exciting, and everything starts to make sense. It's either alien or Garthian to me.
We see more Garthians coming up because aliens are working in the background, but the Garthians are probably the ones you're going to see first, most likely.
Okay, cool. Thank you, and blessings.
Yes, blessings. Well, there's Pleiadian energies around that you're connected to also. Of course, you're connected to many, but the Pleiadian energies, if you see a human form energy, that gives you an idea that you're on the right track. You might see something in your corner of your eye. That anybody here, if you feel like you saw something in your corner of your eye, you did. There was somebody there, or is somebody.
Yeah, instead of getting a feeling, now I'm seeing actual images.
Yes.
So, okay.
Blessings.
Thank you, blessings. Next up is Colin.
Greetings.
I was next.
Yeah, I thought Umberto was next too. Go ahead, Umberto. I'll go next.
All right.
Greetings.
First question. Wait, who is this first? Who are you channeling?
Nathaniel with the Pleiadians.
Okay. My first question. So I've been looking for a new spiritual retreat in Hawaii. I found a directory of about 15 Hawaiian retreats. One is called Asante Gardens. Messaged them almost a week ago, and I want to know if they will reply to me and if I would live happily and thrive in that environment.
Yes, that is a positive energy for you. It will take some time for them to get back to you from what it seems. So don't lose hope. But we believe you will receive some kind of it feels like that region of the world is calling you at this time. So
okay. So maybe nudge them into, reading my message.
Yes.
Okay.
Please do.
My next question. There is a black man named Daryl who lives in my retreat. He recently reached out to me because he saw how quiet and sad I am. He has some major back issues, and I wanted to know as much insights as you can share on his healing of his back pain.
Is this something that you're assisting him with, or?
Well, it's just something that he shared with me and helped understand that he's going through. And I just out of compassion and just me being a healer, I just want to know what are possible routes for him to actually correct it, or if it even is a thing that he can't correct in his life.
Well, we believe that the reason he connected to you because you can do healing work on him. It will take some time, but over time he will. Yeah, he was basically called over to you for that reason. So in his mind, he might have thought one thing was actually for another. So not to say you'll completely heal that side of him, but you'll definitely bring some assistance there. It's also teaching you of your capabilities. So you're letting go of your fears of your own abilities. Not to say you have fears of it, but also kind of test you to see if you can even do it. Believe you can. That's up to you though. So
okay, so one thing I could do to help him in his back would be actively sort of healing.
Yes.
Some kind of healing modality.
Yes, just gradually, whatever you feel that will work. Yes.
I understand. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Nathaniel.
Yes. Blessings.
Okay, Colin, you're next.
Greetings.
Yes.
Blessings. So I can't remember which night it was. So I'm hoping you can connect with the energy of a dream I was having. It was either Tuesday night or Wednesday night. I think it was Tuesday night, maybe even Monday night. But anyway, I I woke up in the middle of the night, felt like I was having the best dream that I ever had, and then went back to sleep and had one of the worst dreams that I ever had. And I don't remember the best dream, and I do remember the bad dream, but I'm wondering if you can tell me what was going on there.
We just lost our connection. We are back now. If you can repeat that, please.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
So the other night, I can't remember which night it was. I was having one of the best dreams I've ever had. I don't remember what was happening. Woke up and then went back to sleep and had one of the worst dreams I've ever had. And I'm wondering if there's any messages around what was happening.
Well, it shows you're doing a major clearing at this time. Now you're connected to the best side of yourself, but you're also now the darker side is kind of like don't forget us.
Huh.
But you're actually moving away from it. So it's kind of like a remind. It's like your more energies are trying to remind you. Remember us. Remember how much fun we had with each other, which was none. So it's another part of you is learning from those lessons. It's like, yes, you had this positive dream, but you're taking those lessons with you. Not to say you have to repeat that. That's another thing. So you don't repeat that. So I don't believe that dream will be repeated either.
Okay.
So you also jump to a new timeline. What that means also.
Okay. And then I'm wondering, I was kind of curious about if there's any general messages, but I'm getting the impulse also to ask if there's any messages about my future relationship.
Well, yeah, because you're going to have very positive future relationship connections. And what they're saying is not to jump into anything too quickly, meaning is just kind of feel it out. You will connect to the one. I know they call it the one, but just follow your feelings. Just like, this is, I mean, you explore those relationships, yes, because it needs the knowledge from it. To open yourself up again because you've been kind of closed down for various reasons. So you want to live again. But you living again will also bring in another relationship I believe you have not met yet from what we're seeing.
Okay.
So
and when they're saying, because I'm having trouble distinguishing that message for myself, kind of what I've been getting, that same message. When they're saying live again, is that just go have fun, or is it go
yes,
have fun with other people? But
let's have fun. Just don't worry about anything. Yeah. Enjoy life. Don't worry about anything. Yes. Live life like you have not lived before.
I like it.
Yes. Just it's kind of like paradise, but don't just not exactly, but we can understand. We get that. Your vacation from your problems. So
Okay.
Yes.
Blessings.
Okay, greetings, Nathaniel. Up next is me.
Yes.
My name is Bobby, and I was concerned about recently. Ever since I started working at my job, I've been kind of too fatigued or not interested in keeping up with my spiritual practices. I was keeping a journal, and I was reading more and keeping up with lessons and meditating a lot more and doing spirit energy work. I was looking to see if there's anything that my guides have to tell me to, let me know about my direction where I'm at right now, because I don't want to get stagnant, and I just want to keep making progress towards, my.
You are technically, yes. You're going to a new level, so you can do those things with the journal if you feel to do so. But it looks like you're living more of life. You're healing the energies of where you're working to. You're taking yourself to a new. Basically, they want you to live your life too, not to close out any connections. Because basically, you're going to share your energies with others, and you kind of learned enough. It's like everything you've learned, you have enough to do this next level. So so look at it from that point of view. If you can't journal, yes, you would much rather that, understood. But the world needs a vibration, your vibration. That's where you are, where you're at.
Yeah, it's kind of readjusted my priorities, and
exactly.
Time's been spent on other things. Yeah, I could understand that.
It makes sense. Yes, you'd rather be in an island where you can feel the sun and connect to yourself, but instead you're in the jungle, technically.
In jungle, right?
So those there they need your vibration. You don't have to tell them about aliens or anything like that. You're just sharing your energies with them. That's all that matters.
All right, that's cool. Is there anything else that Spirit would like me to know?
Yes, there is a lot of Anunnaki energies that you are healing. You can say this is technically like an Anunnaki test because you're seeing the reality that they brought to this world, modern day society. Now, there's some positives to it and some confusion there. And so you're bringing your energies to basically, because in your workforce, also, you can give yourself a stronger energy. It is testing you, but also it's like, okay, I'm being tested by low energies, great energies, technically. But you also can infuse yourself with more power. It's like, I can handle this. I mean, it's like, and so you're not going to let it get you down. So that's kind of how the Anunnaki works. Basically, is it's like you're living in a maze, basically, but you will prevail from what we see.
Okay,
So
very cool.
well, you are unlocking their codes, and that's everyone out there too. They're not realizing it, but those that are in the workforce are unlocking codes to. It's like they don't let this reality get the better of them as much as it wants
Right,
to. So,
right. Yeah, don't get too high or too low.
exactly.
I kind of enjoy the situation I'm at. So
Yes.
you had the positives and the negatives to it, but you take
Exactly.
it for what it is and work with that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Nathaniel. Blessings.
Blessings.
All right. Up next we have Logan.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I would like to know, what are my connections with the Zeta Grays at this moment?
Well, yes, you have had many incarnations with them, and their deep past comes from actually another universe. It is kind of a part of you that you kind of see hidden for various reasons. You've been part of their. They don't necessarily have a royalty program or a kingdom, but you have been part of their various councils in the past. For better or for worse, some of it has been very a lot of hardships being one of them. But I believe that's the energy that you've been the strongest with, at least in that you're connected to in this life. You kind of keep it hidden. Not everybody can connect to it. But it's a part of you basically because you're going to unlock energies here that others have not. That has not happened quite yet. So you've basically been through them for when they weren't even called Zetas in their ancient times. So you're basically been with them for the long run, all throughout this universe's existence. So that's nice.
Thank you. My second question is, are there any messages for me on channeling?
What is it? Can I have more details on it? What is it that you're looking for on that?
When I'm going into like a meditative state, do I need to what do I do when I start to feel them come in, say?
Well, first you bring in the energies of the angels, the light around yourself to protect your vibration. And you bring those entities through the light to make sure they are who they are, say they are. And you can connect to them not necessarily through channeling through you, but you can first get to know them through a telepathic connection. And if you wish them to fully connect, that is up to you. You don't have to. At this stage, it's good to just have they don't have to fully come into your energy space just yet. You're still at a young age. It's up to you. But if you do allow it, is one that you best that you mostly trust. Trust is key. So entity, whatever it might be, as long as you trust this entity, it has a positive vibration around it. You bring it into your energy field and connect to their messages. Hopefully, that's helpful.
That is. Thank you.
Yes, blessings.
Up next, we have Braden.
Please read my questions in the chat.
I gotta get his questions. So while I retrieve his questions, I will call on Maz. You're up next. Is Maz P in? Okay. Well, for the time being, let's move on to Catalina. Oh, well.
Nobody's here.
It seems like it. Let me try. All right. Well, I got to read Miguel's questions next. Well, all right. Liz, are you ready to go? I gotta reset my list.
I'm ready.
Okay, thank you.
Greetings.
Greetings. So I had this really good idea. I think it's good, and I would like to ask your guidance as far as energy and viability or feasibility, I guess. Um, it's for a business, and it's like a pets and people retreat. I would have sheltered dogs, animals, dogs,
Yes.
and in an area for people to come and interact with the dogs, and also do their own events like meetings there or an arena type of big meeting. And little huts so people could come and that would be like a farm, a small farm land, and people would come and just get away from the city and stay in those little huts with centralized bathrooms and shower areas and a kitchen area. So it's not an RV park. It's like a camping ground, but with huts, not camping tents. And at the same time, they would get some meetings, like conversations and high-level conversations, um, more spiritually inspired conversations, and have like a yoga retreat, for example, or something like that.
I believe your microphone is getting very muffled at this time.
Oh, did you hear me?
I heard most of it. Yes.
So it's more like
Yes, we're not hearing it anymore.
Oh wow. How is it better now?
No, it's worse.
Is it better?
Yes, it's very low now.
Okay, I think it's my connection. That's why. How's that better? I'm sorry.
Yes, that is better. Yes.
Okay, it's the connection. Okay, so yes, so it's an idea for a business that where I would shelter some dogs, some help the animals that I love, but helping them and help people too at the same time.
Yes, we don't see any difficult. Yeah, we don't see anything wrong with this. It'll take a while to put it together, as you know. It seems like it might even take a couple of years to put in full production. What we are seeing.
That's okay. It's,
But yes,
get 2 houses to sell to get there. So
yes, yes, it will be. Yes, your energy will definitely feel a lot better. Oh, because you're sharing the animal's energy with others, and that'll help you open up your vibration. Also, you might even feel like yourself is turning into a dog. Also, you might already feel that, but when you're seeing other people interact, you might feel yourself like, "Wow, I look like I got paws for hands."
yeah, I guess I can bite someone right now. Just kidding.
Well, you're bringing, yeah. Well, you're bringing. I mean, obviously, animals are from different places, but a lot of Syrian energies and for healing, soul healing, healing those that are going to go to this place. So definitely find it basically for health, mental health reasons is why many will be there for that reason.
Yes, exactly. So I that's the idea. It's make a place where, you know, maybe one day this whole group can meet over there for a few days, and
Yes,
you know,
awesome.
it's something like that. A little
Yes.
small events, sky watching stuff,
Mhm.
and you
Yes,
know,
very good.
so things
Very
like
good.
that, and more
Yes.
spiritual. So
UFO gazing, something like that. Yes,
yes, I can partner with the Gago company.
exactly. Yes, it'll be. Yes, we see it as mostly as a mental health energy. It'll be for various other reasons, but that would be the major one.
Yes,
Relieve
exactly.
stress.
Mhm.
So yes,
Awesome, awesome.
blessings.
Thank you. Is there any other things that you could tell me? Any message specific?
Well, yes, you are in a transition. Yes, this is a few years, as you said, in the making. So yes, go about it slowly, because the details, as you know, are very important. We also see like a medic energy, you know, with a vet energy with the dogs. Also,
Mm-hmm.
you'll figure that out. That'll be put in there somehow. Also, you
Awesome.
know,
Because I'm actually, yes, I'm already sending out
yes,
the
the
request, you know, for to have a vet
yes,
partner with the business and other, you know, other partners too. So, but the vet would
yes,
be really important.
yes. That would probably be a major part of it. People bring their animals there and not even know it's a resort or whatever it might be, and then like, wow, I didn't know this was all here. You'll probably hear a lot of that. So yes,
That's awesome.
there's many more wares, but that is what we can go into right now. So yes,
Okay.
so the main message is take it slow because there's a lot of details in it, as you know.
Yes. Yes.
So yes,
Thank you
so
so much.
blessings,
Appreciate
blessings.
it.
Okay, I've got Braden's questions here.
Yes.
For his first question, he says, "My girlfriend and I are in a rough spot. I'm literally packing my clothes and belongings as I write this to go to my mom's place because her relationship with alcohol is extremely toxic.
Mm.
She takes her anger out on me and is abusive towards me. She was detoxing and 6 days sober until last night, and when I
Mm.
asked her if she was drunk, she repeatedly lied about it. Can you please give me some advice?"
Well, yes, you're doing the right thing. Now we see a lower energy that is entered into her field that has rewired her thinking. Now it's just that that addiction side of her, she cannot let go of. And how you deal about that? Yeah, she's going to be, unfortunately, like a compulsive liar until she can allow this to end this. So there's a lower energy that attaches itself to her, which bringing that because of temptations, she feels like she's not strong enough. So you can do energy healing. It's hard to say what you can do on your side because she's making her own decisions, as you can see. But yeah, it looks like she kind of can turn. Yeah, she make like she was totally different, and now she's another person basically. So yes, expect the unexpected from her, unfortunately. So yeah, but you are doing the right thing. Blessings.
Okay. For his second question, he asks, "Are there any messages for me that could be of use right now? Thank you."
Well, yes, give it some time. There is a possibility where she'll have a relapse and let go of this side of herself. Like she'll turn to a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type of situation where one day she'll be fine. So it's up to you if you want to cut connections with her, like conversation. That's up to you. But part of you, I mean, there is hope there, but as you can see, it can become, you know, very hard, harder for you if you do keep, most likely you keep some kind of connection with her. But there will be days when she won't be so dark. She's gonna go back and forth, unfortunately. So you can bring this up to her that there is something around her that's causing this. It's possible that she will listen and do something about it. But it's up to her. So blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next was Maz. I've got her questions, so I'll read those.
Yes.
Her first question, she asks, I would like to know some information about the Keshe Foundation, and specifically the founder, Mr. Mehran Tabakoli, please. They claim to cure cancer using plasma technologies.
Not likely. They do heal a lot of the cells, but not completely. So they're not fully there, but there is, it's like half truths there. It all depends on the person also. So they are doing some progress, but not full progress from what we're seeing. So it's not entirely wrong, but there's, yes, we don't have the full, there is some energies that are not fully being truthful all the way. But it is I believe they're working on it and, doing the best they can. Let's put it that way.
And for her second question, she asks, are there any messages for me, please? Much love.
Yeah, you're follow your instincts. You will open up new energies for your direction. Your spiritual, metaphysical side is going to start erupting up even more, opening up more as you wish it to. Part of you is also realizing, there's a lot of third dimensional energies you're still trying to explore for the fourth to come through. But you're becoming a little bit more 5D in some cases, but more fourth dimensional energies are slowly opening up your intuitive abilities, as you probably see some of them. So just carry on as you wish. And as for this individual, you can connect to them however you wish to. Investigate it further if you wish. Blessings.
Okay, up next in the queue, I have Catalina, but I don't see him in the room. So I will move on to Miguel, and I have to read Miguel's questions as well. So for his question, he asks, are there any messages from Jualku?
One moment. Yes, you carried on a great burden to come into this life. You're actually very connected to the dragons. And you come to this incarnation to heal that dragon energy. Always those that are forcing their will onto others. And you're basically healing a lot of timelines for more of the ascension, your ascension, others' ascension, basically more positive dragon energies to come through. And they say you have been a dragon slayer in your past. Not to say it's part of your energy, let's put it that way. Blessings.
Okay, and for his second question, he's asking, are there any messages from the angels?
Yes, what they are showing is several lines, like white lines, that you say, drawing in, bringing in. What those lines are is for you to, not necessarily for the public to hear just now. It's basically something that's personal, but basically you're bringing in new energies from unknown places for this transition. So you're basically healing this grid, this reality in your own way. It's kind of like you see like the old televisions where you see like a line going through it here and there, and it'll kind of clear up over time. So you're kind of bringing the energies into this television reality, little by little. You might have it like static interference, you can say. So give you a little bit. That's all we can say at this time.
Okay, up next we have Daria.
Hey there, is it
Greetings.
Nathaniel?
Yes,
From
greetings to you.
Nordic Beings? Greetings. So I was wondering, like I always do, your input on. I have a connection with a friend. His name is Ruben, and I would like to know what you can say about our connections there.
From what we can see, it's a positive connection. In astral, you're kind of like you're inspecting him. You're kind of running him through a lot of questions to see who he truly is. And sometimes you're kind of interrogating him. And when you do this, he does change form every once in a while. He'll go from his human form to a possibly
cyborg.
Reptilian is one. Cyborg, that one shows up very quickly. And
Yeah,
then disappears.
I saw that in my vision, this cyborg.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he does show. He turns into a werewolf sometimes. So
Yeah,
you
he is like that.
yes.
Werewolf. Here one.
So what we say is a positive connection for the most part, but you just astrally you're just kind of diagnosing what you're kind of like a doctor seeing the patient. So in astral, he's not always sure who you are. You know, it's like, oh, I'm just a doctor. I'm here just to look at you, see what's going on with you. You know, so you kind of change your roles so you can give a different perspective of them.
Cool.
So
it's a neat one. And another maybe my second question is I was going to bed and I saw another friend coming by as a shadow being, and I connected that whilst I was closing my eyes, and I was like, wow, he was actually sleepover briefly when he borrowed my room, and I kind of saw his entity, but in a shadow person in my room. What kind of connection do you get from that?
it is reptilian energies. He's basically connected to the lower realms, not necessarily bringing that fully out, but he's had some rough lifetimes in his past. So he's kind of bringing his friends, his energy friends in. He has no idea, of course. Well, he does and he doesn't. So yeah, you're feeling kind of his energy family that are kind of low in vibration to a degree. Shadow people.
I told him it was lower astral, but he doesn't know what does that mean.
Well, they show you in astral, kind of like you go into a witch form, kind of brushing them out with a broom. So you're kind of clearing. So I mean, you welcome and kind of you're curious yourself. So that's why you brought him that close. You're kind of curious of what you're dealing with. He is connected to a lot of shadow energies of the past. I mean, he's been around some pretty tough beings. So you're kind of you want to know his history, basically.
Cool.
Why you're connected to him, and he's been around some rough gangsters, you can say, or something like that. You have that idea.
I definitely will connect to that later, maybe tomorrow. So, thank you and good night, Ruben. Blessings and Ivan. Everyone,
blessings.
Much
love.
Okay, next up is Brooke, and I have her questions here. I'm having a terrible reaction to the new herbs in my Lyme protocol. I'm so exhausted that I feel like I'm going to fall apart. Do my guides have any advice on how to feel better?
Yes, to do it. Well, first of all, yes, to rest, do an energy sweep. What's happening is there are beings that are trying to pull her vibration, pull her apart, as she's probably, or this is not news to her. Basically do an energy sweep. She'll need somebody's assistance to do a healing around her where she lives, even the city she lives in. So basically she's getting an astral attack is what's happening there. And these are like assassin beings, you can say. Not to say she's going to go to that level, but trying to pull her energy away from her. So she needs to build up her guard, her shielding around her. Of course, it's hard to do that when your energy is very low. So she is onto something, though. She's connecting to a lot of Lemurian energies and history of the Earth's past. She's kind of like not connect. She's clearing out the bullshit, basically, of this reality. And a lot of beings aren't liking that. So, blessings.
Okay, question number 2. Are there any messages I need to hear right now?
Yeah, connect to the beings that you wish to, but you'll definitely need assistance from others, maybe 2 or 3 other people to assist your energy field, or just one person, whoever you trust the most, to bring you back to life. As is to rest as much as you can. It's just, and connect to that, like, see in yourself, what the hell are you connecting to? And you'll find it most likely. You'll find something. Because you are connected to energies that they do not want you to be anywhere near. So you are making some progress. So you found it's like a card in the deck that they didn't want you to see. So you are, well, we go into that later. Blessings.
Okay, next up is Pamela.
Hello, good night, everyone.
Yes.
Well, you were just speaking about resting. That was the message I got last week, and I really tried resting, but I didn't rest as much as I wanted to, and I got this terrible headache since Sunday on one side of my head. It's so painful that I had everyone telling me go to the doctor. I went to the doctor. They found nothing in my blood. My blood is perfect. Now they're suggesting to go to a neurologist. As we speak, I'm feeling it intensifying. Is there anything that you can see that where this pain comes from? How can I help it?
Well, other things to look into are Reiki assistance. It's up to you, or to do. It's basically it's from our perspective, it's an energy being. It's trying like a vampire energy to sucking your energy, and most likely this other person. We don't believe they'll find anything either. We don't believe you have an actual attachment, but there is a being around you that is trying to infiltrate your vibration, trying to attach itself to you. So, doing a clearing of that. It's more like a vampire. It's a lower dimensional being. So,
Got it.
we'll send you
Yeah,
assistance,
I
but
need to clear this out because I'm preparing to go on a trip to Europe, and I really want to be healthy and happy for
well,
that trip.
the timing of that makes sense because there are things they're putting a block there, as you can see, because
Yes.
there's a lot in Europe that you need to see then. So you will get through this. You basically just cast this being away as you more understand. Basically, it's just a lower dimensional being. You just basically use your vibration, connect to it, and send it out. So you do a meditation with candles if you wish. Go into a meditation. It's basically close your eyes, clear your vibration with angels, and see that being and bring it to the light. That's one way of doing it.
Thank you so much. Yes, and is there any other messages for me at this moment?
Yes, it is good to go about this as quickly as you can, through the meditation energy, because it is trying to deter you from knowing about yourself. So you're basically, they don't want you to have any happiness, as you can see. And your European energies are basically, you'll get more of an idea of who you are. And so that's why this being is trying to do this. So, and you're trying something new also. And so it's wants to keep you in a kind of like they want to put you in like a vegetarian, a veggie state, where you can't move or do anything, as you can see.
Yes, that's what I feel, and I am always very energetic.
Yes. Well, the timing of it makes sense why it showed up. So, yes, do a meditation energies and just bring in any positive being, the angels, to pull that being out. So, but that's where it's mostly coming from. So,
Got it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Will do. Blessings.
Okay, thank you so much. That's it for the queue.
Yes, blessings to you all. Send you energies of enlightenment. Much love. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend.